Well, as voters cast ballots in the midterm elections, polls found that a majority of Americans had unfavorable opinions of both the Republicans and the Democrats.
New movements are trying to tap into that. Fox's Craig Patrick reports on an alternative option in Florida called the Forward Party.
But we don't ever want to pass up, it seems, an opportunity to escalate.
Who in the hell do you
gentlemen
are?
Being the sinister overlords that you all are,
this is about targeting women of color.
Because of this crap.
Thank you.
We want to just fight.
Politicians used to say their opponents were wrong.
I'm sick of it!
I don't respect these MAGA Republicans.
These are people that hate our country.
They're a threat to our very democracy.
They hate it, I think, with a passion.
Now many of them say they're evil.
The immoral, disgusting, evil left is attacking our children. They are child predators.
They used to strive for compromise. And while they did suspend the debt limit, that was an exception.
They served us up a crap sandwich.
For nearly 20 years, they blamed their failures on coming together.
Hey, I think there was altogether too much compromise.
And now it's pulling us apart.
Wait a minute. Defense of this country.
Mr. Chairman,
I abandon the chair.
I'm a math guy, and right now all of the numbers are on the sides of the extremes within the parties. That's why the parties don't seem like they have it together.
In 2020, Andrew Yang beat expectations in the Democratic race for president. Then he partnered with Christine Todd Whitman, the former Republican governor of New Jersey, to lead a new third party called Forward for the moderates.
Those people in the middle are saying, I don't want to be associated with either of these because they feel they're going to the extremes.
And they think they found a way to succeed where prior third party movements have not.
Well, they focus on the wrong things. And the Forward Party is going to do the opposite of what other parties have done, in that we're starting local.
For example, Teddy Roosevelt's Progressive Bull Moose Party and Ross Perot's Reform Party were top-down movements.
everybody in Washington makes excuses. Nobody takes responsibility.
They revolved around one national figure and then shrank after that figure lost.
We're the opposite. We're building from the ground up.
Recruiting candidates for local office and building a bench for national races years down the road. And in doing that, they say they won't be accused of spoiling a close presidential race in 2024 as other third parties have been accused in the past.
You can consider me as an exhibit A of that truth.
For example, Al Gore claimed third-party candidate Ralph Nader disproportionately pulled votes from him, while George W. Bush won the presidency in a squeaker.
We are not running a candidate in the national race in 24 because our focus is local.
Other third-party movements have also struggled based on what they represent. Some focused on single issues.
Rent, it's too damn high.
Others develop a whole platform that skews right or left and then winds up looking similar to Republicans or Democrats and then gets absorbed or largely left behind. The Forward Party is built on the values of moderation and compromise, and to that end it welcomes candidates with a range of views on the issues as long as they're committed to finding common ground.
We have common zones of agreement on a lot of even the most divisive issues, and it's really our political system that's failing us and letting us down.
They also call for election reforms. They include scrapping closed primaries in which only registered Republicans and Democrats can vote on their party's nominees, to open primaries in which nonpartisan voters can vote on them as well.
Closed primaries, it really pushes the elected officials to the extremes because they're reaching out to a small base of people who are on the far left and the far right, which incentivizes them to govern in that way.
The Forward Party also opposes gerrymandered districts drawn to favor one party or the other, and they want ranked choice voting. That means voters get to pick their second choice candidate, so if their first choice loses and no one has a majority, the second choice candidate gets their vote.
It takes away the spoiler argument, and it takes away the lesser of two evils problem.
In the Forward movement, a combination of former Democrats like Yang and former Republicans like David Jolly, who represented Pinellas County in Congress, see an untapped market of voters who tell pollsters they're independent.
About 40% of the country says, I don't like any of those choices.
Now, most of the 40% he's referring to do vote Republican or Democrat, but Forward says many are holding their noses when they do it.
We need to do the work to show that we do not have to be trapped in this two-party system.
Jordan Marlowe is the mayor of the city of Newberry in Alachua County.
In a small town America, we just need to get things done. We need to pave roads, we need to pick up the trash.
He's Forward's first sitting mayor and a model of what this new party is looking for.
These culture wars, they're distracting, they're harmful, We need to put those aside. We need to focus on what our residents need, which is government that works for them.
They could have tried to work within their former parties to steer them more toward the middle. That's what President Clinton and the Democratic Leadership Council did with the Democrats in the 1990s. But Yang says the two main parties are now too dug in to move.
If you look at D.C., if you were someone who is trying to bring the party to the middle, you're an endangered species.
For now, Forward is focusing on Florida and these 11 other states.
I'd put my money on we're looking at a good 10-year battle for us to be everywhere.
And national races only if or when they think they've built what it takes to win. In Tampa, Craig Patrick, Fox News.